Downtown Raleigh has drawn over 19 million visitors in the past year, with its roughly 420 restaurants, bars, and retailers, one of the best beer gardens in America, and its multiple major entertainment venues. Downtown Raleigh has attracted record numbers of people and continues to expand. But downtown Raleigh can be confusing to navigate, as it has 6 different districts that all have distinct offerings. So we created a guide to help you efficiently visit downtown Raleigh and make sure you know all about the best that it has to offer. If you like these types of videos, let me know by giving the video a thumbs up or leaving a comment so I can better understand what future videos to make. Let's start by taking a look at the general layout, and then we will get into the specifics of what each district offers. The 6 distinct districts are the Fayetteville District, which has Raleigh's big business and major entertainment, the Moore Square District, a hub for both residential living and food and drinks, the Capital District, which contains mostly state of North Carolina government buildings, the Warehouse District, that is an up-and-coming area for residential living along with Raleigh's Union train station, the Glenwood South District, where much of Raleigh's nightlife occurs, and finally the Seaboard Station and Pearson Street District, which is a mix of residential living and restaurants. The main roadways through downtown run north and south as Capitol Boulevard and Highway 401 split into McDowell Street running north and Dawson Street running south. Unlike the rest of Raleigh, downtown Raleigh is built in a grid with many one-way streets throughout, and the main streets of Fayetteville and Hillsborough Streets both meet in what many consider the center of downtown at the NC State Capitol building. The majority of people who live and work in downtown Raleigh get around by car, but Raleigh's main bus station is off Blunt Street across from Moore Square. Raleigh does have a newly upgraded train station on the far west side of downtown in the Warehouse District, but it is not currently used as a major commuter station for residents within the city, as it serves more as a connection to other nearby cities like Durham, Greensboro, and Charlotte. For those driving in, there are over 70 places to park across downtown Raleigh, 25 of which are covered parking decks while the others are paved or gravel lots. There's also roadside parking along many roadways that is metered, 2-hour parking on weekdays, and most locations are free after 6 and on weekends. Where it's parked decks, lots, or metered spots, costs will vary depending on location, but it's typically anywhere from $1 to $3 an hour. City decks are also free after 7 p.m. every night and from 7 p.m. Friday through the weekends. Raleigh is piloting a free 2-hour parking program through the end of 2025 and 5 city-owned decks during the weekdays. The City of Raleigh's website has an interactive parking map that is very helpful to use to plan your visit. And for those working downtown, many of the parking decks and lots offer monthly parking plans. I'll now move into the living areas and hotels before getting into the restaurants, shopping, and entertainment spots in each district. Downtown Raleigh has nearly 10,000 apartment units and has grown over 200% in the past 10 years, as downtown Raleigh is on the front end of a major transformation. The units are a mixture of 4 to 5 story complexes up to 20-plus story high-rises, and are really spread all over the city. But you will see a higher concentration on the western and northern side of downtown. Some of the most popular locations are the Sky House, the Dillon, 400H, and several complexes in and around Smoky Hollow. There's also 2 highly anticipated complexes just south of downtown in Rockaway, Raleigh, and the Welds that are opening very soon. There are some condos that you can purchase, highlighted by those in the PNC Plaza building, which is Raleigh's tallest building at 33 stories. The average rent in Raleigh overall is around $1,750, with the average size being just under 800 square feet. There are smaller studio spaces available as well as larger multi-bedroom units. Raleigh is excited about all the new residential units going in and is projecting its downtown population to nearly double over the next 5 years, which is a crazy statistic. For those visiting, most of Raleigh's main hotels are in the Fayetteville Street District, which has the convention center located within it, which has the Sheraton, the Marriott, Residence Inn by the Marriott, and the newly built Homewood Suites by Hilton. There's the AC Hotel and Hampton Inn and Suites near Glenwood South, and the Hyatt House and Seaboard Station, as well as some smaller hotels spread around. Raleigh's most well-known hotel is the Circular Holiday Inn on Hillsborough Street, which is hanging by a thread as the property has been targeted for a new high-rise. And coming in 2027 is the over 20-story tall Omni Hotel, which will provide luxury-style hotel rooms. Now let's get into the specifics of each region, and since there are hundreds of restaurants, stores, and entertainment options, I'm going to give you what to expect from each area and hit the highlights. I did recently make videos on the best places to eat and shop in Raleigh, and many Many of the locations are in downtown, so check those out as well. And if you're interested in seeing what the Triangle real estate market has to offer, our team would love to help you. Let's start with the core of downtown Raleigh, which is the Fayetteville Street District. This is where most of the corporate businesses like Duke Energy and Red Hat are located, along with Raleigh's tallest buildings. And hopefully you won't have to go here, but the courthouse is located on Fayetteville Street as well. But there's a lot to do beyond just going to work here, as the Raleigh Convention Center and adjacent Red Hat Amphitheater are located here, which are both undergoing upgrades and relocations over the next few years. There's also the Martin Marietta Center for the Performing Arts, which holds many plays and shows. The monthly Live After 5 music series is held in the main plaza as well. And when major events do occur, Fayetteville Street is one of the main streets that shuts down to host the event. And if you need a place to relax, Nash Square is a full city block park with 100-year-old oak trees. There are a lot of really great places to eat in this area, and you'll find some of Raleigh's most vintage restaurants like Mecca, Pools Diner, and the Raleigh Times. Jimmy V's is a great Italian restaurant based on the NC State basketball coach Jimmy V. Manhattan Cafe is an amazing lunch location, and Centro is one of the best Mexican restaurants in Raleigh. There are a number of bars here, and the nightlife theme is more of a traditional bar with more relaxing vibes, such as the Raleigh Times, Neptune's Parlor, and the Hidden Underground Bar Foundation. And 10th and Terrace is a rooftop bar with amazing views. For shopping, you'll find many of Raleigh's locally owned stores that each have their own unique vibe, such as Deco Raleigh and One for All Thrift, among many others. So if you enjoyed the uniqueness of small business offerings, this is a great place to spend some time. Moving just to the east is Moore Square District, which connects pretty seamlessly to the Fayetteville Street District and also has a little bit of everything. It gets its name from Moore Square, the city block park with dedicated green space, sitting areas, and even a place to grab some food. Many of downtown's smaller events are held here, including a monthly Friday market and movie night. Across from Moore Square is Marbles Kids Museum, which is very popular amongst kids, and it even has an IMAX theater here as well. On the west side of Moore Square is the Go Raleigh bus station, which is the main hub in and out of Raleigh. And on the south side is the uniquely themed City Market, which has cobblestone streets and a variety of restaurants, stores, and the popular art space. The Moore Square District has some of Raleigh's best restaurants, as Brewery Bavana and Bitamanda are right across from Moore Square. The Mofu Dumpling Shop is in the City Market, along with the Southern-style cooking of Big Ed's. Vic's Italian restaurant has some amazing pizza, and you can get your chicken and waffle fix at Beasley's. There are so many more, I can't name them all. The Transfer Co. Food Hall is one of Raleigh's two major food halls and is located on the east side here as well. There are multiple bars around that, like the Fayetteville District, will provide a more relaxed nightlife vibe, like the Davie and Watson Ward. But it does have the Poorhouse Music Hall, which welcomes many smaller local bands, as well as the Lincoln Theater, which is a more historic feeling theater with a small setting that hosts smaller acts as well. For shopping, this district is also themed after local small business with stores like Origami Styling and Paul Bearer Vintage. And for those who enjoy art, you've got to check out Art Space and City Market. So between the Fayetteville District and Moore Square, this is a really great place for those wanting to enjoy the creative side of Raleigh in both shopping and food options. There are multiple places to live in the Moore Square District, highlighted by the 20-story Sky House apartment complex. Beyond Sky House, you won't find any other major high-rise apartments today, but there are plenty of 4 to 5-story complexes that are very nice and give you convenient access to all that this district has to offer. And also of note, Shaw University is in the southern edge of the Moore Square District. Next up, the Capitol District has 2 distinct offerings: government functions and museums. The state capitol, legislative building, governor's mansion, and just about all of North Carolina's main governmental workforce are located here. You can walk in and around the state capitol, and its grounds are really beautiful. But the main draw to this district are the museums, which have given Raleigh the nickname of being the Smithsonian of the South. The 2 museums here are the North Carolina Museum of History and the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences. Unfortunately, as of the posting of this video, the North Carolina Museum of History is closed for renovations until 2026 or 2027, but it will be back with a completely new experience telling the story of North Carolina. But the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences has typically been the bigger draw, as it has 4 floors connected across 2 city blocks of museum space that explore the nature surrounding North Carolina. There are plenty of fossils displayed on a wide variety of animals, including dinosaurs, which is a major draw for the kids. And it has recently opened an exhibit called Dueling Dinosaurs, where you can walk through an active paleontology lab that is studying unique T-Rex and Triceratops fossils that were found intertwined. And lastly, the Law School of Campbell University is also in this district. The next district is one of Raleigh's fastest growing, the Warehouse District, which has done a great job of preserving pieces of Raleigh's history while developing the area. This area is being redeveloped to really appeal to young professionals with a number of mixed-use developments, which is highlighted by the Dillon apartment high-rise along with a variety of restaurants, stores, and breweries. This area still features mostly small business stores and restaurants like Weaver Street Market and The Pit, but some better-known brands like Urban Outfitters and the Oak Steakhouse can be found here as well. Raleigh's second food hall, Morgan Street Food Hall, has a large number of vendors and offers a great environment, while Sam Jones Barbecue is many residents' favorite Raleigh barbecue spot. La Terraza is a rooftop restaurant located halfway up the Dillon building and offers great views of the city, and the award-winning Vidiri Chocolate Factory has some great chocolates and ice cream. You'll also see many of Raleigh's popular breweries in this district as well, like White Hill Kitchen and Brewing, which also has great skyline views, and Crank Arm Brewing. And for those who enjoy art, Cam Raleigh is a popular contemporary art museum. One of the biggest anchors of this area, though, is Raleigh's newly built Union Train Station, which has Amtrak service to nearby cities like Durham, Greensboro, and Charlotte. Before moving to Glenwood South, I also want to point out the Sip and Stroll District in downtown Raleigh, which extends within the Fayetteville Street, Moore Square, and Warehouse districts. Participating restaurants, bars, and vendors in this area provide you a special to-go cup that allow you to bring your alcoholic beverages to go. You have to stay within the bounds of the zone and have purchased the drink from its participating vendor. It's open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Moving north of the Warehouse District, you'll find the Glenwood South District, where you can find most of Raleigh's more vibrant nightlife and has recently become a target for new development. New living spaces have grown substantially in this district, highlighted by mixed-use developments like 400H and The Line in Smoky Hollow. But there are apartments and condos everywhere in this area, and it's a great place to live if you enjoy Raleigh's nightlife, as you're walking distance to all of it. There are the typical clubs and bars that you would imagine, like the Alchemy and the Village Raleigh, as well as musical spaces like the Tin Roof and Plus Dueling Piano Bar. And there are also more relaxing vibes like the Raleigh Beer Garden, which holds the world record for most beers on tap at 397. There have been some great restaurants here for years, but the introduction of new restaurants has really picked up over the past 5 to 10 years. Staples like Sullivan's Steakhouse and Second Empire provide fine dining experiences, while Chargrill's original location opened up here in 1959. Mojo's is one of the best burgers in Raleigh. Vidrio is a popular Mediterranean restaurant with a unique atmosphere, and Midwood Smokehouse has some great ribs and barbecue. There are so many great restaurants in this district, and it will take you a while to visit them all. This is not a district where you would go to spend the whole day shopping around, but there are several shops around to keep those who live there entertained. But the district has done a good job of attracting everyday essentials to the area given the increasing number of residents. So you'll find a wide variety of grocery stores, salons, gyms and studios, pet supplies, and more. The last district is the combined Seaboard Station and Person Street District, which are combined into one district but each provide a different experience. Seaboard Station is nearing completion of a complete renovation to be a mixed-use area with apartments, restaurants, and entertainment. Here you'll find more familiar restaurants and stores in the area like Bad Daddy's Burger Bar and Ace Hardware. Person Street is the opposite, as it's connected to one of Raleigh's oldest neighborhoods, historic Oakwood, where residents can easily walk to a small collection of locally owned restaurants, bars, and stores. And these restaurants are actually among Raleigh's best, as Oakwood Pizza Box is the go-to pizza for many in Raleigh, while Crawford & Son and Jolie are very popular high-end restaurants. And finally, Peace University is located here as well. Downtown Raleigh is adding more and more every day. Check out our latest video on all the new things coming to downtown Raleigh, as well as our video on downtown Raleigh's 5-year plan to revitalize downtown and create a bold connection to Dix Park. Thank you for watching.